Yo, what's going on, guys? You guys really need to see this. The build video is here. This guy has 2 million armor, and I just shredded him like nothing. Now, we're going to put this into perspective. He has a 2 million armor with the exotic chest piece, and he has over 100,000 armor regen. He's also got foam because that's what people run, so we're going to reenact a situation in the dark zone on a daily basis. So if you definitely like this build, like what you see, you're definitely going to want to stick around to see how I set this up and why this is a Texas walking ranger build. But definitely enjoy. The shotgun on here also melts, as you guys can see, and we're about to reenact the 1v1. And here's some gameplay footage before I get into the build video, so enjoy. Throwing a grenadier right behind me.
Detected.
Big arrow right here.
Helo is headed back. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Rogue Defender
Careful
drone
coming.
detected.
This build is melting.
Rogue Striker drone detected. Rogue Mendersinger mine detected.
I threw a grenade on him. You wanna pop kits? You wanna pop kits? Let's pop kits. Watch this, melted. They shot at in the back.
Chow.
Got him off you. We got
Another
more.
one.
Another group. Another
More.
group. I didn't want to jump over. Nope. I need to stay in the heels. I'm coming back. I'm in a kit. I'm going for the right side, bro. One's down. One's down.
Rogue Hive detected.
Watch out, bro. Here. Me.
Two's down.
Come on. Come, Keller.
Three's down.
Contaminated gear detected.
Nice. Buena. Good plays, guys.
Yeah.
You're up there solo, dude.
Agent assistance.
Beamed him.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Rogue agent neutralized. 5.
This build
down,
is
bro.
shredding, bro.
Neutralized.
This build is shredding. Look at this. Oh my god, bro. See him?
Oh, and I got dropped straight.
Oh shit.
Rogue fixer drone detected.
Fucking bitches.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Contaminated gear detected.
Archer in 30 seconds.
Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Now detecting contaminated gear.
I just killed 2 guys.
We're outbound in 15 seconds.
Rogue Defender drone detected.
I got Brian Mob right here.
Rogue Hive detected. Rogue Defender drone detected. System disrupted. System reactivated. Contaminated gear detected. Serious trauma detected. neutralized nearby. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. System malfunctioning. Zone. Rogue Hive detected. Extraction helo.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your man KleverThumbs, and I'm back with another Division 2 build video. Now, I know you guys have been wondering what build I was running in the last gameplay video. Well, I'm actually here to tell you exactly how I ran this and why and how I'm getting so much damage. But just want to shout out to all the people. You guys are really freaking awesome. 2K subs is right around the corner, literally, so definitely smash that subscribe button if you like this video. If you guys are new to the channel, like the video up as well, and drop that notification bell if you do subscribe. That way you guys do know when I upload and test new builds, because that's when pretty much everybody comes through and checks out what I'm running and why and stuff like that. So let's jump right into this build video. So today, this is the Texas Walker Ranger build. That is right. I have the Running Man build. Now we got the Texas Walker Ranger build. This is actually probably one of the best PvP builds I have made so far for TU10. I'm talking about absolutely monster. This thing is just decimating servers. It is unreal. This thing puts out so much damage. I'm going to tell you exactly how. This build has, you already know, 110% amplified damage. I have 40% SMG damage, 20% damage to armor, and I also have, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to go through this here shortly. I believe I have 155% amplified damage. I'm going to tell you exactly how. But let's jump right into this build video. So we're going to start off with the specializations. I am running the firewall specialization. The reason for that is for the med kit as well as for this shield. You're going to need that later on. I'm going to tell you why. And you also get a really nice med kit, and you put people on fire, if I already didn't say that, when your armor breaks. So that's pretty much the main reason. It's really good. You guys can probably run whatever you want. I chose to go with the firewall because you pretty much have to have it on here. So for this build, let's jump right into this. The Lady Death. Everybody knows all about the Lady Death. You need a Lady Death to have 6% damage to armor max. This is really going to help you out. It's going to help you out if you have everything maxed out, as a matter of fact. And the thing that you're rocking here with is Breathe Free. Everybody knows what this is. When moving, gain 4 stacks per second, or 8 stacks if sprinting, up to 32 stacks total. Pretty much when that happens, each round fired consumes a stack, amplifying damage by 75%. Kills grants 20% movement speed for 10 seconds. So that is a lot that you're getting just off that SMG, the Lady Death. Pretty viable. That's pretty much the whole thing around this build, is the Lady Death for the amplified damage. For your backup, the Marine Super 90, as you guys did see in the opening act. This thing is shredding still, so don't get discouraged by this gun. The reason why is because it has 12% damage to armor and 10% damage to targets out of cover, as well as Optimus and max shotgun damage. So this is a really good backup gun. It melts 2 million armor, no problem. It's not even, doesn't even have Badger Tough on here. For the sidearm, you guys can run whatever you want. I'm probably actually going to run the backup boomstick, just in case one of my teammates wants to run some fire or something like that. I could definitely still help out. But jump right into this build. This build is a 2-piece Walker and Harris, 2-piece Sokolov, 1-piece Contractor's Gloves, and 1-piece Grupo Sombre. Now let's jump right into this build. We're going to start off with the mask. The mask, if you guys aren't familiar with the Walker and Harris build, the Walker and Harris brand set, it's brand new to TU10, and you get pretty much 5% weapon damage for one piece and 5% damage to armor for the other piece. And now what you want to go for here is the damage to armor. This build is a 3 red, 3 blue. Got 11.3 weapon damage on here, 12% critical hit damage, 5.1 critical hit chance, and 11.6 critical hit damage. So you guys are seeing that I'm going for full force DPS on this piece right here for the mask. For the chest piece, I do have 10.4 weapon damage, which is the first piece of the Sokolov, so I already get a 10% SMG damage and a 15% critical hit damage for running 2 pieces. For the core attributes, as I just said, 10.4 weapon damage. The attributes are 4.8 critical hit chance, 10% critical hit damage, and 11.2 critical hit damage for my mod. Now, Intimidate. While you have bonus armor, amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters. You guys aren't familiar, Adrenaline Rush gives you bonus armor if you're within 10 meters. We're going to talk about that here in a second. So, you're going to have the Lady Death, which is 75% amplified damage as long as you get your sprinting stacks, and then you get the 35% from the Intimidate. So that's already 110% amplified damage right there. Bam. Easy. Second piece is the Sokolov holster. Now this is what gives me the extra 15% critical hit damage. I put max armor for the core attribute, which is 170k, 5.6 critical hit chance, and 10.6 critical hit damage. So if you guys didn't realize yet, you guys do want critical hit chance, critical hit damage. You might not want critical hit chance. If you guys want to put hazard protection there, make this a hazard Texas Walker version, go ahead. That's probably what I'm gonna have to do, because if you actually put critical hit chance on every single piece, you cap out at like 65% critical hit chance. So you could probably sacrifice three critical hit chance slots and put hazard, and then your watch 10%. So you can rock around with 40% hazard. That's pretty ideal as well. That might not be a bad move for this build, so just make it however you want. Definitely still shreds, as you guys have seen in gameplays. But the Grupo Sombre knee pads, which is 15% critical hit damage additionally. I don't have Fox's Prayers. I can't tell you if Fox's Prayers is better. I believe it's about the same damage, but it's pretty close to each other. So I don't have the perfect Contractor's Gloves with crit hit damage already on, and I can roll a max 170k armor on it. If I could, I would test it out and see which one's better, but I think they sit around the same ever since the nerf from 15 to 8. But let's go ahead and jump right into this. 165k armor, 10.7 critical hit damage. If I could put hazard here, I would, because I'm already sitting pretty high in critical hit chance, and I actually got 8.2 skill damage, which is not too shabby, I guess. I don't really need it. It's just sitting there for looks. The Contractor's Gloves, which it gives me 10% LMG damage. I actually did try and put on the Gila. You guys might say, why don't you just throw on Gila? Gila gives me 1.3 still. Look at the little armor bars. It doesn't even change at all. I literally get one small square. I don't even get a full bar. So to me, the 5% is irrelevant on this build. You guys can do whatever you want. I also need that 8% damage to armor on this build. This is what makes it really strong. 10.7 critical hit damage. So you guys are seeing that I'm stacking into a raw damage. You can probably do 4 blues and get 1.5 million armor. That's up to you. You might lose critical hit damage somewhere or something. You're gonna have to sacrifice something, damage to armor, but I feel like this is my playstyle. Texas Walker Ranger build is amazing. Moving on to the last piece, which I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with this setup. It's 10 weapon damage for the core attribute, 11.3 critical hit damage, 14.7 repair skills. As you guys can see, I'm missing critical hit chance there. Ideally, if you want critical hit chance for a different type of gun, not the Lady Death, go ahead, stack up into it. If not, I would put hazard protection, because there's a lot of foaming going out there, and this is straight PvP. You guys can use this in PvE, no problem. I can pretty much dump a whole 8 bullets of the shotgun shells into the heroic boss and melt him, no problem. I might demonstrate that, or I'll just throw in the clip in the video. But definitely you want to have this set up right here. Adrenaline Rush. Whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. It's not 20%, guys. I'm gonna tell you exactly right now. This is with the PvP stats. I don't want to mislead anybody. It's 10%, so you're only getting 30% bonus armor. So definitely still really strong. It happens every 5 seconds. If you lose it, you get it back every 5 seconds, and you can use it on the same player. If he drops a skill, then bam, you get 20%, because it counts for his skill and himself. If he has 2 skills on the floor, bam, you get 30% just for being around him. But this is pretty much the build. Let me tell you exactly why though it melts so amazingly. The whole secret to this, believe it or not, say what you want, this striker shield is being slept on because that damage bonus per enemy is at 11%. Now you're probably looking at yours being like, hey, mine's only at 5%. At 6%, sorry. Well, I have a 5% damage bonus mod right here, which brings it up to 11%. So there, it doesn't really say on here. I was trying to do some research and damage bonus per enemy. You guys comment down below. I might be wrong on this, but I believe that damage bonus per enemy is actually amplified because if you go over here to the booster actually says the booster hive delivers a stimulant to nearby allies that increases their weapon damage and handling. Now it doesn't say amplifies, but it actually does amplify. And right here, in addition, the striker shield boosts the damage of the users and allies. So correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that it is amplified damage. So if you do the 110% amplified damage from Intimidate and Lady Death, and then you have 4 enemies in front of you and you just focus one guy, you're gonna get extra 44% amplified damage on top of your already 110%, which brings you up to 154% amplified damage. That is so strong. You can absolutely destroy anything with this build. I'm trying to tell you, this is whatever you guys want to call it, the meta killer, the Texas Walking Ranger build, whatever you guys want to call it, this is the build right here. You need raw DPS and some good armor, then this is what you need right here. But it's moving on to the stats because you guys do need to see this as well. I don't make this stuff up. I have 54 critical hit chance and I'm missing critical hit chance on 3 slots, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm actually going to do that myself right now. But like I said, I'm missing critical hit chance on the backpack, on the gloves, and on the knee pads. So definitely could have more critical hit chance. You don't need that much critical hit chance. I'm trying to tell you guys, this build shreds just like this. You might be able to make it even stronger. 54 critical hit chance with 178 critical hit damage. Damage to armor is 19% from the contractors, from the Lady Death, and from the Walker and Harris. This thing literally shreds. You would be surprised how much this 20% actually deals. This build is super strong. People are sleeping on it. Definitely try your hands. Get your hands on this right here. 40% SMG gun damage bonus. So this is pretty much the build. I don't have anything too crazy. Like I said, you guys can put hazard protection on here instead of those 3 slots that I'm missing. You probably farm hazard and have 40% hazard on this build. That would be amazing. I wish I could show you that, but that's why I'm giving you this awesome template. For my backup, I'm using my defender drone. If you guys really want to go all out and ham, run the booster hive. Get that extra damage. Get that extra 10% amplified damage on here. You can get up to 164% amplified damage. Believe it or not, this build does shred. But you guys can go run it, test it out for yourselves. Just wanted to show y'all this build is it. Try it out. Definitely appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one and leave a lot of details on that giveaway, as well as on the Discord, and I just started up a Twitter as well. So let's get that popping, and thank you guys so much. I will see you guys on the next one. Yeehaw!